Congratulations, Mike.
Congratulations to you, sir. This is a big day for you.
Episode 100 of Nerdsense Drinks.
Yep, and your birthday.
Oh yeah, I'm 33. Yeah, I'm fucking old.
We're at 100 episodes, man.
Yeah, and it felt like just yesterday, which I think was like 4 weeks ago, we recorded episode 100 of the podcast.
Yeah, well.
And then, we drink a lot more. And this is legit like recording of episode 100. You know how most people say like record like a couple episodes of a podcast? Technically, we did that. So technically this would be episode 102, but we never released them because they weren't up to our quality. So this is legit episode 100.
Well, they're up to some quality.
Yeah. If you like drunken beer reviews, you can't really understand the
Our drunkenness was of high quality. But it really sucks that some of those beers we wasted. Like, we didn't waste them; they're great, and I loved it. But like,
maybe I'll make maybe for episode 200, I'll make like a blooper reel of those videos.
That'd be great.
We have something very special for episode 100.
We do. I'm extremely excited about it. I'm a huge fan of 10 Fidy in general, and then this is a variation that I never imagined I'd be able to try.
No, me either. Our good friend Larry down in North Carolina sent it to us, and I don't think he was sure if he was going to get to the brewery, but he made it to the brewery, obviously, and got us this and the rum barrel aged Death by Coconut, as well as the Java version, and as well as a bourbon barrel aged version, because I couldn't get that around here. But yeah, this is a brewery exclusive. Actually, it may have hit distro, but only down there, like in very, very limited quantities.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is aged in rum barrels. It's doesn't say what rum barrels, but from a couple of the reviews I read, it sounds like spiced rum barrels, which is insane.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is supposed to be, I think, 12%.
Jesus Christ, Shaun.
14.17%.
Great.
But the one thing that's interesting to me is that regular 1050 is 10.5%.
Yeah, so they must have made a different.
It must be a different batch, or like they must have added some variation in the recipe when they would have throw it in barrels.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
it seems like higher alcohol is better.
And it's a 19.2 ounce can.
It's a big boy.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how we're gonna. Usually we do the 16 ounces. We sort of eyeball it. Yeah.
Well, this is going to be good to go out to dinner on after this. We're going to be the only two drunk people there.
It looks like fucking motor oil. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God damn, son.
How to get a decent head. Oh, and check these out. Nerdsense coasters.
How's that, Shaun?
That's a good pour, my friend.
I'll give you some more.
Thank you. Now, if you guys already haven't watched it, I did my Java 1050 review a couple weeks ago, so go back and watch that if you haven't. Mike wasn't there because I honestly didn't think he would like it because it had coffee in it, but...
he did offer, and I said, maybe not.
And I feel like it didn't really have enough coffee to warrant Mike saying no. Well, I didn't know it didn't. I didn't know, right? So...
Well, I feel like last time we had a coffee-based beer, it's not that I didn't appreciate for what it was, but definitely like my overall opinion was much lower than someone who's... my opinion isn't fair because I just don't like coffee.
That's a good way to put it.
You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be fair for me to give a judgment on a beer that going in I would have just on a basis of my personal bias.
Yeah.
Have a lesser opinion of anyway.
Fair point.
All right.
What do we got in the color here? Motor oil?
Yeah, that's what I said. It looks like motor oil. And it's a nice khaki head, a nice brown.
Yeah, you got a good... And look at the lacing. It just...
Yeah, I can't tell. But, I mean, this is a lot of head for a beer. This is almost 15%.
Yeah.
Usually at this point you get nothing, Like, that's about as best as you're going to get, usually. So, this is pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
All right. Want to get a nose on this?
I don't even know if I need to put it up to my nose.
It smells like brownies.
Yep. Fudge.
Caramel.
Brownie batter, caramel.
Molasses.
I'm getting more bourbon, though, which is interesting. There's no bourbon, obviously.
No.
But...
I think we're getting those rich vanilla and booze.
Yeah.
So you're immediately thinking bourbon.
Yep.
You're getting a lot of vanilla in there.
Oh, yeah, a lot of vanilla. A lot of sweetness. Caramel. It smells like a caramel brownie or caramel fudge or something like that.
Yeah. I read a review of this earlier, and it said it was decadent. And
yeah.
How else do you describe this?
Oh, man. Take a sip?
Yeah, I do. We're going to have to.
Definitely getting the spice rum there.
Yeah. The booze is extremely strong on the palate.
Yeah, well, almost 15%. Like.
Yeah, it's It's actually a little bit unpleasant for me. It is so nice and rich, and then just levels up with a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, there's a lot of booze. I
Yeah.
agree with you there. I'm wondering if it would fall off with
Time.
with time. Yeah,
A lot of times it does.
this
Yeah.
is fresh. This was canned the week before Christmas. This is the week after Christmas.
This is a few days after Christmas.
Is there a bottle date on it? Canned on date? 12. Oh, so it was canned on 12/6.
Okay, so it's less than a month old.
Yeah. So it's been sitting in cans for then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for me. The flavor is exactly what you get on the nose, and immediately tapers off immediately into like a rummy finish. It's extremely strong.
Yeah. This is it's delicious when it first starts. Like it really tastes like everything you got on the nose. It tastes like brownie batter, fudge, or just. Then you get the spiciness, spicy in the vanilla, like of a you get the spice in the vanilla of like a spice rum.
Yep.
And then, but yeah, then it just hits like a lot of booze, which I wasn't really expecting from the reviews I read.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe it's got to warm up a little bit, but I would expect the booze to kind of amplify.
Yeah,
maybe,
a lot of time
right?
it does. Yeah.
This has only been out of the fridge for a little bit. Maybe we should let it warm up a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to? We're gonna let it warm up a bit, and we'll come right back.
And we're back from the magic of the internet. Well, not really the magic of the internet, magic of video editing.
Video editing. All right.
So we had a chance to let this warm up. Personally, I think it's like not a different beer, but it's significantly better. I'm getting a lot of raisins, a lot of sweet dark fruits. Everything's just like an amalgamation of the nose that I'm getting on the palate now versus before, where it was like you got the flavors that you got on the nose and then booze. Now it's booze mixed with all those flavors.
It's a little more incorporated, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not as high on it as you are. I feel like it's still a little too harsh. It is significantly better though. I probably would not have gotten too high above average based on when we first poured. Now I think I'd probably go to like a 3.75.
Okay.
I feel like it's really big. It has some really awesome characters. You're getting some great vanilla and chocolate. It's like fudgy, like cakey, kind of like really nice. But it's just a little too harsh for me, I think. And I'm a guy. I mean, I like my beers big. I like my beers boozy.
I know you do.
You know, but I think it's that bourbon style booze maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last time. I couldn't tell you the last time or couldn't tell you when I ever had a rum barrel.
I have never had one. I never had one, and it makes sense to have it. You know, rum is based on sugar, and but yeah, I think I'm okay with the 3.75. I think it's just a little too much alcohol for me.
Okay, that's fair. I think I'm gonna go with the 4.5. So we're gonna split our reviews and have two different numbers, which is fine. But yeah, 3.75 is it's still not it's still a very good number.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just I feel like I'm just disappointed. You know.
Dude, if this tasted exactly like it did when it was cold, I would have been super disappointed.
It's just it's good. It's just not what I was hoping for. I think that's all.
Fine.
All right. Well, that's
Cool.
us.
So yeah, this is episode 100. We made it 100 episodes. It's been a freaking fun ride.
It's been more consistently fun than any of our other sort of projects. It's that they're fun. They're easy. Like there's not a lot of prep. The prep is getting the stuff, and then it's having fun and enjoying a good beer with a good friend. Yeah,
and we definitely evolved with like lighting and stuff like that. But like, I feel like if it wasn't for the podcast, I think we wouldn't have been as It would have just been like a shitty camera. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I think the podcast taught us a lot, and it was a good evolution of like a good evolution from the podcast.
I agree 100%. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so Nerdsense 4.5 from Shaun, Nerdsense 3.75 from Mike. Check out the website, nerdsense.net. From there, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google+. You're already on YouTube. Subscribe. Untapped is right down there. Final thoughts? Should people buy this?
I think it's worth a buy if you can find it. It's gonna be hard to get, I think.
It's rare. It's definitely worth trying, right? Like,
and I mean, if you ever get any 1050 around you, get anything by 1050. Well, by Oskar Blues in general, but any 1050 variation, it would be recommended by us. I say. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Every 1050 I've had. The only one we haven't had so far is the regular bourbon barrel aged, but
that'll happen soon.
Yep, that's upstairs. So yeah, I'm Shaun.
And I'm Mike. And this is Nerdsense Drinks, episode 100.
You have the same idea I did.
I set it up really kind of off the cuff.